Welcome to the Radio Vault Mystery Theater. I am the keeper of the vault. There are people who seem to be inherently treacherous in their dealings with people. Most of the time, they are clandestine about it, as to be successful in carrying out their schemes. Most of them don't count on what can get in the way. Our story tonight is the Yearning. Act 1. Hilda Mason had been brutalized so many times from the time she was a child until now, well into adulthood. The cycle never seemed to end. It seemed she had a bullseye on her back, and any time there was trouble to be found, it would find her. She seemed to be kind-hearted to even the most undeserving of kindness, and usually paid dearly for it. She was homeless, and living on the streets was definitely not kind to her. Her legs ached from pushing her cart around all day. She yearned for a regular place to lay her head every night.
Nice haul of bottles today. A couple more days like this, and I might be able to stay in a hostel or something. Sleep in a bed, take a shower.
I told you, lady, that if I saw you digging in the trash around here, I'd call the cops. You need to leave now, or I'll have you thrown in jail.
Oh, keep your pants on. I'm leaving. Maybe a night in jail wouldn't be so bad. No, I'd have to find another cart when I got out, and all this stuff I found will get stolen. I don't understand why he is so mean. Sometimes a person just refuses to understand, can't see further than the tip of their noses. They don't understand the yearning people like me have.
That's it, lady. I'm calling the cops. You aren't leaving fast enough. They'll take you off the street, put you in jail where you belong.
I'm moving as fast as I can go. These old bones don't move like they used to. I'm moving already.
You're lucky I'm giving you a chance. Next time you come, I'll make sure I'm not so charitable.
Charitable? Ha! You are the rudest bastard I have ever known, threatening an old woman like you do. Where does a man get such rudeness? His mother must have beaten him as a child. He has no empathy for an old woman. He probably doesn't even care about the things I'm missing out on, and the things for which I yearn. Oh, it's getting close to closing time at the recycling place. I gotta get this bunch of bottles there. I got a good haul today.
It doesn't take long out on the street to start talking to yourself.
I really wasn't talking to myself.
It's okay. We all deny at first. You'll learn to embrace it. I personally think it's a relief to talk to someone that understands me. I seem to be the only one who understands me.
I gotta find a way off the street. I can't end up like her. I feel like I have a caged monster inside. Oh, it's a yearning. I don't know why I'm afraid to let it out. I know it's why I keep ending up without anything or anyone.
You know everything happens for a reason, right?
Please, young man, I am in a hurry. I need to sell this stuff before the recycler closes. I need to buy a nice warm meal and maybe even a place to stay.
Would you like me to introduce you to your monster?
Hilda looked at the young man in disbelief. It was just like he knew where her thoughts were. Her mind drifted toward Melvin Stockwell, the man who had been so rude to her. She mourned for the bag lady. End of Act 1. And now, Act 2. Hilda made it to the recyclers before they closed, but her yield wasn't what she hoped for.
I should be happy that I can eat today, but it's so cold. I wish I had enough for a room tonight. I feel like I'm dying inside.
It's because of the yearning in your soul. It's a monster caged inside you.
Who are you? Why are you following me?
You can call me Albert. You can say I'm kind of your guide. I'm always with you.
Okay, Albert. So what are you? My guardian angel?
You might say I'm something like that, but I'm no angel.
Okay, well, jump into the water. Guide me. What are you trying to tell me?
I just want to help you so that you never have to live on the streets again. To help you find what it is you're yearning for.
I don't need a young man to tell me what direction to go. I just have to figure out why I keep ending up this way. I don't do drugs, and until today, I felt like I wasn't crazy at all.
First of all, I can tell you that looks are deceiving. And secondly, you're right. You are sober. You aren't an addict. I can assure you that you are quite sane.
Then why am I here? Or maybe a better question is, why are you here?
When a person ignores the yearning inside, it breaks them. And they live a broken life like you do.
I don't have a yearning for anything anymore. Just regrets, and that...
Just that monster caged inside you? You deny the yearning, and that's why it's a monster caged inside you. Come, let me introduce you to him.
How do I know you're not just trying to rob me? Or even worse?
I don't need money, and I'm here to guide you. Think to yourself for a moment, and you'll know it's true.
For some reason, I know you're telling the truth.
Come here and take my hand. We'll be going to a place I know you're familiar with.
Hilda takes Albert's hand, and the two walk down the street as darkness falls. End of Act 2. And now, a word from our sponsor.
In his spare time, he sits alone at a well-known diner, waiting to be discovered. He has a check made out to himself for $1 million, since that's how Jim Carrey did it. Disney is on his resume because he once visited the theme park. He thinks that having his picture taken with someone famous makes him famous. The phrase, "it's all about who you know," doesn't apply to him, as he doesn't know anybody. He truly believes that if only Johnny Depp hadn't been cast, the role would have been his. He knows that once he upgrades his home studio, his booking ratio will skyrocket. His agent charges him a monthly fee and won't admit to knowing him. When competing for a job, he takes advice from his competitors. After paying thousands of dollars to discover his brand, he found out it was Wonder Bread. He's positive that his complete lack of training is offset by his overabundance of raw talent. If he's chosen in the top 3, it's because he's the only one who auditioned. He is the least interesting actor in the world. I don't ever get cast, but I can quote you statistics on all of my failures.
And now, Act 3. Albert and Hilda walk for a while when Hilda realizes that they have headed into a familiar place. A place where she would easily get in trouble.
Wait a minute. This is that rude old man's neighborhood. You want me to go to jail?
After tonight, Melvin Stockwell won't bother you or threaten you anymore.
You said you were going to introduce me to my monster.
I didn't lie. Sometimes we don't know what we yearn for until it stares us in the face. You're probably not going to like this, but you must face this man. That's when you'll know the yearning, the monster inside you.
As if in a trance, Hilda followed Albert to the front door of Melvin Stockwell's home. Albert knocked on the door. When Melvin answered and saw Hilda standing there, he went into a rage.
I gave you your last warning. I'm calling the cops.
Go right ahead.
What are you doing?
You said you wanted to meet your monster. Well, here we go.
You're gonna pay for this, lady.
Oh, I think not. Ah, yes, Zelda Mason. Meet your monster. The yearning to get revenge on anyone rude to you.
Hilda looks over to a mirror hanging on the wall of Melvin's living room and sees herself standing over his dead body with a smoking gun in her hand as a smile creeps across her face. The Yearning is a production of Troop of Lost Souls Entertainment and Film Syndicate, written by Charlie Mitchell, produced by Anthony Stapiello, and directed by Rick L. Baker. Post-production and sound by Brian Collins. Commercials by Joe J. Thomas. Video post by Nobuko Ito. The cast was played by Robin Roth as Hilda Mason, Rhoda Pell as Bag Lady, Terry Larned as Melvin Stockwell, Rick Baker as Albert, and I am Trevor Bates, your psychotic storyteller and keeper of the vault. Remember, comment, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Tune in next week and listen if you dare.